Let's go, baby. Bears get a dub, 28-13 over the Lions. Welcome into our Bears Now postgame show. We're going to dive into all of it, but if you're still watching on our watch party stream, we're going to sign off over there. DJ Anderson sent in a $2 super chat. I see it over there, DJ. Shout out to you. If you want to come to our postgame stream, please do so. We're going to sign off on our watch party stream, focus on postgame right now. All right. Spam dub in the chat. Feels good, doesn't it? Feels good, doesn't it? I liked the Bears all week. I really did. You know, we'll talk about how the game went. Obviously, the second quarter was not great, and you kind of felt like, oh, boy, here we go again. But you come back, shut them out in the second half. I just thought the Bears had a lot going for them. They had the extra time to get healthy and prepare with the bye week. Detroit's kind of been scuffling. Jared Goff is not a cold weather player. And that all kind of showed today. The Bears had been trending up, even though I won't go as far as what Flus said, where they said they felt momentum. Well, now you've won 2 in a row, so I guess you could say there's some. But you felt like they had been playing better, and they should have won in Detroit a few weeks ago, and they left no doubt today. Left no doubt. CB Sports TV says dub. Dave Macklin says dub. Brian, James, done with it, say dub. Wins Beyond saying dub, not Phoenix. Feels good, man. Feels good to win a football game, which the Bears haven't done enough of. But 5-4 in your last 9. Imagine if you hadn't choked against Denver and Detroit, you'd be 7-6. But beggars can't be choosers, and you're still alive. And Carolina lost again, so the number 1 pick, you're getting that much closer to that as well. And look, you look at the remaining schedule. You tell me what the toughest game is. I think it's Green Bay, Rolly, to end the year. Like, at Cleveland will not be easy. That's still a, top 5, top 7 defense.
It's
Flacco's actually been playing pretty well.
It's an elite defense.
Off the couch. I mean, he's got 311 and 3 touchdowns today, and they're about to finish off Jacksonville, up 10 with 2 minutes left. So I bet Cleveland is favored next week, but it's still winnable. You have a chance. If you win next week, you feel like this thing could come down to Week 18. Arizona and Atlanta aren't gimmies, but those are warm weather teams coming to Chicago in the winter. Like, I would like the Bears' chances there. And then Lambeau Field in Week 18, who knows? You got to take it one play at a time, one game at a time. But if you beat Cleveland next week, there's some good goals out there that can still be achieved. It's at least possible. I said, beat Detroit, then we can talk. Well, we're talking now. There's at least a possibility of making a push. Matt Williams says defense is nasty. Defense is terrific, man. I thought they had a really bad second quarter. And really in the whole first half, the Lions ran the ball well, but they got that fixed at halftime. They shut that shit down and pitched a shutout against a good offense in the second half. That was impressive. Kudos to Flus and this team, man. They could have folded after that second quarter. Let a 10-0 lead go away, 13-10 Lions at the half, but come out and just hit them in the mouth in the second half. What was it, Rolly? 3 3-and-outs in that Goff fumbled snap to start the second half for Detroit? I mean,
I can't recall completely.
The defense they just dominated in the second half. So that was nice to see. Appreciate the super chat. If you guys want a super chat, it's a guarantee to get on the show. We're going to get into my post-game analysis in a second as well. Like the video if you're pumped up for the win. Let's get more likes, and we'll keep it rolling here. Lucas Prang, starting to think we did not give Flus enough time. Well, he's still employed. It's like he still has time as we speak, but I hear what you're saying. They're playing better. He's really rallied the troops the last few games. My opinion of him is changing. Yeah, I mean, look, I have to think about it more. If the season ended today, I'd still probably move on. But he's making a case. The Denver and Detroit losses really hurt because there's just no excuse for the way they lost those games. I mean, if you were 7-6 right now, you'd have a playoff spot. You'd be feeling really good. Like, you'd be praising this staff. But you're 5-8, and you are what your record says you are. So he's turning the corner a little bit. Can he, can they keep it going? That's the key. Before the Minnesota game, Flus had never won an NFC North game. Now he's won 2. He had never won back-to-back games. Now he's done that. Okay. Show me more. Harrison Graham's beard, sub for Bears Dubs. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Shout out to helping us get to 81,000. Keep the train rolling here. Jameson, Flus saved his job. We are undoubtedly on the upswing right now with lots to be excited about. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely playing better. These last 4 games are still obviously going to be very important. I don't think winning 2 in a row for the first time ever just secures your job no matter what, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Definitely a step. If you love the Bears, like this video. Hit that like button. By the way, for as far as the playoff picture goes, the Rams and Ravens are in overtime, and you obviously want Baltimore to win because they're 9-3. The Rams are 6-6. A Rams win gets them to 7. Obviously, the Bears are at 5, so you really need Baltimore to win this game. And the Ravens have 3rd and 6 right now. Lamar throws off his back foot, incomplete. Not great. Ravens are going to have to punt. Hit that like button. If you love the Bears, if you're excited about this win. Some other scores that impact the NFC. The Bucs beat the Falcons 29-25. So Tampa at 6-7 is in first place in that division. The Falcons fall out of a playoff spot as of now. Saints took care of the Panthers 28-6. Doesn't help for the playoff push, but obviously for the number 1 push, I'm still very much team Carolina needs to lose. Oh, the Rams dropped the punt, but they pick it up. Get like 4 yards in the return. And then right now in this afternoon window, Vikings, Raiders, go Raiders. And then Seahawks, 49ers, go 49ers. That one's tied at 7. Okay, Rob's Network, shout out for the first timer. Alexander Swinney, I'm still not sold on Flutes or Getsy for that matter, but let's go. Bear down. Imagine Marvin Harrison on this offense. MHJ and DJ Moore could move mountains, man. It really could. It really, really could. Rob's Network, I'm good. I don't know if you mean like on bets, but I'm good if it's the other thing. Oh! From Caveman! Boom! A $300 super chat! He says, I think the NFL is rigged. 49ers win 42-10 or whatever against the Eagles. Bears beat the Lions. All said, I watched Brock Purdy, David Montgomery, Brees Hall, Hakeem Butler, Allen Lazard, more play at Iowa State. They have a great program. Love all the players to Iowa State. I don't know about the rigged part, but I'll tell you what, Caveman. I have not been drinking today. I had 1 or 2 beer bonks because I'm under the weather. That deserves a beer bong, Caveman. And quite frankly, I think it deserves one from both Rolly and I. A little 300 piece. Unbelievable. You'll get your stickers too. Shout out to Caveman. Get the booms in the chat. Caveman is an absolute legend. Absolute legend. Big third down coming up for Matt Stafford and the Rams. Shout out to Caveman. Third and 4 at their own 31. Stafford takes the snap. Oh, false start. Let's go. Oh my gosh, they're changing the channel on me in here. Shout out to Caveman, man. Real one. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Just don't have anywhere close to my best stuff today, but we're powering through. Shout out to Caveman. Oh, man. The Rams got stopped, so they're going to have to punt. Jaden Ortiz Justin missed some throws, but he definitely played well enough to win, especially given the horrible play calling. Proud of QB1. Yeah, he missed some. I mean, the deep one to Moore over the middle. Him and Mooney continue to be off, but I thought he did enough good stuff, especially in the second half. His running ability helps, 60 yards rushing and a touchdown, so outplayed Goff for the second time this year, so that's a positive sign. Here comes Baltimore on the punt return. Tylan Wallace up to the 40. Here he goes! Tylan Wallace up to the races! He's going to take it to the house! Tylan Wallace sends LA back across the country! Touchdown, Baltimore! They're definitely going to review this. He was close to out of bounds, but no flags. The Rams fall to 6-7, and that's huge for the Bears' wild card chances. That was about a 75-yard punt return for Tylan Wallace. Let's see here. They're definitely going to look at it. I need a replay, Fox. Let's see here. This angle's not going to show it. You need like the... I mean, he broke like 4 tackles on this return. Looks like he was still in there. Let's see here. Oh, he's definitely in. That's a touchdown. Tylan Wallace to the crib. Unbelievable. All right. Maxwell with the $5 super chat. It's funny to know we have a chance at the playoffs and the number 1 overall pick. It's a nice combination. Imagine if the Bears were 7-6 like they should be, but it's a nice combination, Maxwell. No doubt. No doubt. And now with that, I think they're still reviewing it or something because they haven't finalized it here, but certainly looked like a touchdown. It is. It's official. Touchdown Ravens, so... we're going to try and get that updated playoff picture. I don't know if someone out there claimed it, but, oh yeah, Brett said he'll handle it. So, according to ESPN, the playoff picture looks like this. The Rams, so here's how it plays out. I'll just go 6 seed and beyond. Minnesota still 6-6. They're playing the Raiders right now. Packers 6-6. They play the Giants tomorrow night. Those are the final 2 teams in the NFC playoff picture. Seattle at 6-6. They're the first team out. They're playing the 49ers right now. Rams at 6-7. They're the 9 seed. Atlanta at 6-7 is the 10 seed. New Orleans at 6-7 is the 11. Bears at 5-8 are the 12. Giants and Commanders are 13-14. Arizona 15. Panthers been eliminated. So there's a lot of traffic between the Bears and the 7 seed, but the Rams losing that game definitely helps. Definitely helps. All right. Do we have any more supers, or should we jump into post-game here? Oh. Yeah, let's see here. We're going to get into my post-game reaction in a second. We're going to get the playoff picture updated first. Drop a percentage chance in the comments. What percentage chance do the Bears have at making the playoffs? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Now, the New York Times playoff predictor, let's see if they've got this updated. So, if the Bears win out, according to their little simulator, selected the Broncos for me for some reason. Hang on. Give me a second here. If the Bears went out, it's not even updated through today's game. Before today, if the Bears won out, it was like 59-60%. So I would guess it's probably 60-something if they went out now. You're going to have to win out. There's no doubt about that. Rudy says 15%. Checkmate 75%. When do Collins start? No Collins today. But you can get your questions in. Hashtag Bears or Super Chat. Hashtag Bears or Super Chat. Brian says 50-50. Oh, man. Don't care. Beat Green Bay. Yeah, beating the Packers would be nice. Oh, Bo L, little pie fraction. Nice. Darren says 80%. Harrison Graham in the chat. Oh, that's an Avi from today, I believe. Do you think if the Bears make the playoffs, it'll save Getsy's job? If the offense is playing well, probably. Probably. 51% in honor of Butkus' birthday. Shout out Dick Butkus, man. R.I.P. Since Dick Butkus passed away, the Bears are 5-4. How about that? Caveman, he's back for more. Caveman is back for more. Shout out to Caveman. Shout out to Caveman. Oh, Terry, a first-time 20. Shout out to Terry. John Taylor feels it enough today. It feels like he missed some key throws, keeps some drives going. Needs to hit those, but got to win. Go Bears. Yeah, it definitely was not a clean performance, but no turnovers, so that's big. I thought it was a solid, a B- type of day for him. It's good enough to win, but definitely missed some throws he needs to make. No doubt about it. Okay, here's the playoff picture. We'll discuss this in further detail in the video as well. Looks like this is updated. I think the Rams are ahead of the Saints and Falcons at 6-7, but they're all 6-7. Say what? Oh, it's fine. They're all, yeah. So that's how it sits right now. The NFC South, man. I mean, it's just brutal. But I initially thought it made more sense it'd be better for the Bears if Atlanta won, but the more I think about it, you get them head-to-head. So now that you're within a game of them, you beat them head-to-head, you control your destiny over them. You do not with the Bucs, because the Bucs beat you head-to-head. So maybe it's better if Tampa just runs away with that division now. Caveman says, I legitimately think the Bears should draft/sign the kicker from Iowa State. He can kick. Watch some film. I'll check it out, Caveman. Shout out to you. Terry Maynor with the 20 first-time super chat. Shout out to Terry. That's good stuff, Terry. We appreciate the donation. Appreciate the donation. All right, we'll get into my post-game reaction. We'll talk about Justin Fields. We'll talk about the playoff picture, the remaining schedule. What do we got? A little game time action here. Lots to get into here on our post-game show. And should be fun. By the way, quick update. Vikings and Raiders scoreless in the second quarter here. Again, we want the Raiders to win that game. All right, lots to dive into here on Chicago Bears Now. The Chicago Bears have improved to 5-8 on the 2023 season with a 28-13 win over the Detroit Lions in Week 14. Pretty dominant, to be honest. Outside of the second quarter, the Bears seemed to control this game. They were the better team. I got nervous at halftime because the Bears were up 10-0 after one. Looked like they were going to go up 13 or 17-0. Got stuffed on a 4th and 1. Detroit scored. Then they scored again before halftime to go up 13-10. I was like, here we go again. But give the Bears credit, man. They bounced back. 18-0 shutout in the second half to win 28-13. Lots to dive into here on our post-game show. We'll talk about the quarterback. We'll talk about DJ Moore, the defense, and we'll also take a look at the NFC playoff picture at the end of the show and the Bears' remaining schedule. Could the Bears make a playoff push? All that straight ahead here on the show. But type dub in the chat. It feels good, doesn't it, to just dismantle a division rival. You let the game slip away in Detroit. That was tough. But today was nice. Type dub in the chat. It was nice to see. If you're excited about it, get the dubs going in the chat. I certainly am excited and can't wait to see where it goes from here. Let's talk about QB1. Certainly an uneven performance as you look at the stats there. 19 of 33, 223 passing, had a touchdown, but key stat, no turnovers, and he also rushed for 58 yards and a touchdown on the ground. And I'll give him credit, too. In the first half, especially in that second quarter, he started holding the ball too long, which we've talked about. He does that too much. Took 3 sacks in the first half. Didn't take any in the second half. So that's good adjusting by him, good growth. I thought he got the ball out on time more in the second half. Certainly missed some throws. Him and Darnell Mooney just can't seem to get on the same page. He overthrew DJ Moore on kind of what would have been a dagger throw with 5 or 6 minutes left. But all in all, I thought it was good enough to win. And he outplayed Jared Goff for the second time this season. He outplayed him in Detroit, outplayed him here, took care of the football. Wasn't the perfect performance, but hey, you got to win when you don't have your A stuff sometimes. And, I'd give him a solid B- today. It was good enough to win, and that's growth. I feel like in the past, his uneven performances have led to turnovers and losses, and that was not the case today. And again, when you compare to Jared Goff, 20 of 35, 161 yards, touchdown, 2 picks, also fumbled a snap that looked like it was on him, not the center. Jared Goff, 7 turnovers against the Bears in 2 games this year. He has had his issues against Chicago over the years. I'll never forget the 4-interception game at Soldier Field when he was with the Rams back in 2018. But, I liked the Bears all week. I thought coming off the bye, cold weather, Lions are scuffling a bit. Bears are playing better, even though I wouldn't have gone as far as what Flu said, that the Bears have momentum. I thought they were trending at least in a positive direction. I thought if they were going to make a push, it could start today. And hey, check 1 complete. You've won 2 in a row. Now you got the final month stretch. So I like how the quarterback played. Again, it certainly wasn't perfect. It certainly wasn't, dazzling, but and he certainly left opportunities out there. Missed Cole Kmet, who was up the seam wide open, just didn't throw it for some reason. But, I think there's growth there. I think there's growth. Grade Justin Fields' play against Detroit today. Type A, B, C, D, or F. Drop a letter grade down in the comments for Justin Fields as you saw it today. Okay, a couple other things before we get to the defense. Deontay Foreman got the start at running back. Thought he looked good, 11 carries, 50 yards. Also had a nice catch and little hurdle thing. He loves to hurdle for some reason. They got the Bears inside the 10 at one point. I'm not going to dive into it much today, but Khalil Herbert looks slow to me. He does not look like the same guy coming off that high ankle sprain. So, that might be something to monitor. I might give Roschon Johnson the RB2 reps over him moving forward. I'll be curious to see how the Bears handle that. Herbert just doesn't look right to me. Foreman's clearly this team's best runner right now. Kudos to him for taking advantage of his opportunity several weeks ago, and he's kind of run away with that. He's not the perfect back, but he can wear teams down. Did a good job today, and so that was very, very nice to see. DJ Moore, 68 yards and a touchdown receiving, all in the second half, by the way. For him, no targets in the first half. Got 10 in the second half. You love to see that. Caught 6 of them for 68 yards and a touchdown. And something I found very interesting is that DJ Moore and Justin Fields, they have the highest passer rating when targeted among any QB receiver combo in the NFL. So, say what you want about Fields. The jury is still out on what they're going to do, but that's a very promising stat for him. Cole Kmet, 5 catches, 66 yards, had a 41-yarder at one point. He continues to be solid. So the offense all in all, and I thought the O-line, especially in the second half, played a lot better. So that's definitely a positive development for this football team. Okay, we'll talk about the defense and then take a look at the playoff picture coming up here in just a little bit. But first, got to tell you about Game Time, our sponsor. If you're looking for last-minute tickets for the best deals available, Game Time has you covered, as you can get tickets the day of events, whether they're sporting games or concerts, comedy shows, whatever. You can wake up in a few weeks and say, hey, I want to go to Bears Cardinals. Yep, they got you covered. They'll get you a ticket. All you got to do is download the Game Time app and use our promo code BearsChat, by the way. That's going to give you $20 off. They want your ticket purchasing process to be simple, to be easy, to be painless. With other apps, it's not. With Game Time, it is. No stress involved. It's very simple. You're going to get tickets straight to your phone when you purchase with Game Time. So I really love using them. I've used them multiple times in the last few months and have had no issues whatsoever. Download the Game Time app today. The link is in the chat and the comments description of this video. But if you just search Game Time in your app store, you'll find it. Big G in white letters with the black background. Again, our promo code BearsChat. Going to get you $20 off, so go check out Game Time today. Can we give a round of applause to the defense here? Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Bad second quarter, granted. Bad second quarter, but 3 out of the 4 quarters, you shut them out. First quarter, no points. Third quarter, no points. Fourth quarter, no points. And to shut them out after it seemed like Ben Johnson, Jared Goff, and that offense really found a groove in the second quarter, to shut them out after that, I thought was really impressive. Jared Goff has looked pedestrian twice now against the Bears. We've talked about him. He just did not look interested. He does not like playing in cold weather. That is something that has become very clear over the years for him. You held Amon-Ra St. Brown in check, only had 21 yards. And look, you cannot downplay Montez Sweat's impact. 4 sacks today. He had a sack. Justin Jones had 1.5 sacks. Yannick Ngakoue had a sack. And how about Javon Dexter? Half sack. First time he gets home for the first time in his career. And then Jaquan Brisker. All-time game for him. 17 tackles. 13 of them were solos. 2 pass breakups. He was all over the place. He was around the football all day. Thought he played one of his best games as a pro. And he kind of goofed what should have been an interception. If he had that, it would have been an even better game. But he was terrific. Jalen Johnson had another interception today. He continues to play at a very high level. It's exciting, man. It's exciting. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this team is playing much better. You got to give them credit. And again, I've been critical of this team's adjustments in the Flus era, especially it seems like coming out of halftime, they just haven't handled that well. Today they did. Defense got 3 3-and-outs, got a fumble takeaway, got the game-sealing pick, kept giving the offense good opportunities, and the offense was eventually able to cash those in. So add all that up, Bears win 28-13. Sub for Bears dubs, baby. If you want more dubs, hit that subscribe button. We got you covered with the latest Bears news, rumors, playoff picture updates, which we're going to get to here in a sec. Can't believe we're actually getting to talk about that in some sense of the manner. Sub for Bears dubs. We got you covered throughout the rest of the season and on into the offseason. Okay, so let's get to the playoff picture. Look, it's the 6 and 7 seed that are up for grabs. Right now, Minnesota is playing. Them and the Raiders, last I checked, were scoreless. They still are. 6 minutes left in the first half. The Vikings are driving, so we'll keep an eye on that. Packers play on Monday night. Seahawks are playing the 49ers right now, and they actually lead the 49ers 10-7 with Drew Lock. But hopefully San Francisco handles that game there. Atlanta lost to the Bucs, so Tampa actually moves into first place in that division. Someone's got to win the South. Tampa beat the Bears head-to-head, so maybe that's for the best to not have to worry about them in the wild card. You got Atlanta coming up, so you can control your destiny over them. The Saints have the head-to-head over the Bears, so that's going to be a tricky one. The Rams lost today. They fall back to 6 and 7. It's pretty simple. With 4 games left, you got to win out. I just don't think you're going to have enough of the tiebreakers to get in at 8 and 9. I think at 9 and 8, though, you're going to have a decent chance because there's 2 playoff spots up for grabs, the 6 and 7 seed. There's a lot of traffic, but got a manageable-ish schedule. If you can win in Cleveland next week, it won't be easy. Joe Flacco's actually played pretty well for them, and that defense is pretty good. But if you could find a way to win there, then you got 2 warm weather teams coming to Soldier Field in mid-late December, Arizona and Atlanta. I would give the Bears a decent chance there. I mean, nothing's a gimme with this team. Those 2 teams are capable. Arizona's fought all year. The Falcons have been solid, but warm weather teams coming to cold, windy Chicago. I like the Bears' chances. Then, who knows? Maybe it's a pair of 8 and 8 teams in Week 18 against the Packers for 1 playoff spot. A lot has to happen for that to be the case, but it's possible. It is possible. I mean, could you imagine the ratings of Bears-Packers Sunday Night Football if it came down to that? Long way to go between now and then, but if you win next week, it at least feels like that possibility could happen. But got to take it a day at a time, got to take it a week at a time, and go from there. What say you? Can the Bears make the playoffs? They can. I still wouldn't predict them to. I don't think they're going to finish the season by winning 6 straight. But I am encouraged. They're playing better. Next week becomes massive. And then if you win that game, the next game is massive. That's kind of how it goes when you're fighting this uphill battle. Oh, yes, the Vikings just missed a field goal. Let's go. Y for yes, and for no. Let me know what you guys think when it comes to the playoffs. Bears 28, Lions 13. You had to win today for that question to even be asked. You did, so the Bears move on to see another week. Oh, and by the way, Carolina lost again, so that number 1 pick looking closer and closer to being the Bears. All right, we got a super chat here from Moz Tanker. That was a wacky game with some weird plays. Funky game, man. Really was. Some weird stuff. How about the sequence where the Bears were not going to snap the football? They got the Lions to jump offside, so they snapped it, threw a touchdown to DJ Moore on 4th and 13, and then Cairo had the extra point blocked. I mean, that was the most Bear sequence ever. But they got it done. Zachary Schultz. It's amazing what happens when the team plays clean and we don't just rely on our QB to do everything. Yeah, I mean, I think that sometimes Fields doesn't help himself. He'll ditch clean pockets sometimes. So, I think some of that is on him. But yeah, other times, like last year especially, and we've seen it some this year, where you're watching them play and you're like, it feels like they're begging Justin to just save the day. So you definitely need to see less of that. Fernie Brisker was lights out today, man. Wow. Played good, man. I thought it was one of the best games I've seen him play, if not the best. He was really, 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 really good. Got Apostle here. How many games have the Bears had with the touchdown in the opening drive now? Seems like a lot. I've said it. Getsy's plan A usually is pretty good. They obviously found some things in the second half too, so I want to give them credit for that. But that second quarter, it seemed like that 4th and 1 when they got stopped, it seemed like they were going to fold after that. They kind of did in the second quarter, but kudos. I don't know what happened at halftime, but they got motivated very quickly. Terry Maynor with the 2. Shout out to Terry Maynor. Appreciate it, Terry. All right, I'm going to put this in the chat, or a live poll. Will the Bears make the playoffs? Can they? Yes. Will they? I would still lean no. They're going to have to go undefeated, and there's still some scenarios where that wouldn't be enough. So keep that in mind. Keith says no way. 59% say no. I think that's fair. I don't think they are either. But at least there's a chance. It's better than what we've had. Caveman again. Bears get the Iowa State kicker, 7th round. Competes with Santos. Legit thinks he can outscore Santos. Just saying, also biased. Lol. Santos is pretty rock solid, man. The one complaint about him is he doesn't have the strongest leg, but that's improved this year. And, yeah, I'm not looking. He's a free agent, so we'll see what they do. But if you can get him back, I would definitely lean toward doing that. Oh, man. I am gassed. This was my flu game, folks, for those who don't know. I don't have the flu, but I'm definitely under the weather. Definitely under the weather. So if we don't get any super chats soon, I'm probably going to wrap it because I'm not feeling great. If you guys want to keep it going with super chats, I'll answer some questions, but otherwise, probably call it pretty soon. Are the Bills going to kick the Chiefs' ass today? I kind of think they're going to. Are they going to be the 10-7 Chiefs that everybody writes off and then they win the Super Bowl? Yeah, something's been off there this year. Caveman, he keeps telling me about the Iowa State kicker, Rolly. What's his name? You haven't even dropped his name in here. Says, hope you feel better. Appreciate it, brother. Fighting the fight. Couldn't miss a game day, though. Couldn't miss a game day. I should be in tomorrow, too, but if it gets worse, maybe I'll take a day, but I plan to be in tomorrow as well. Oh, wow, Josh Allen just got dragged into the end zone. The H-gram flu game. It's my flu game, baby. Any final thoughts? Oh, man. Dean. Ooh, going deep. What's your best advice for new fathers? I mean, I'm still a new father. Eight months isn't old, I would say. But I would say a couple things. Number one, be a rock for your spouse. I think that's so important. You know, they deal with a lot during the pregnancy, after. Their bodies have to adjust. Like, there's a lot they deal with. So I would say that's definitely up there. And number 2 is patience. My wife and I have been pretty lucky. Our son is a great sleeper, and he's a very happy baby. That's not always the case. I know that. But patience is critical, man. Even good babies are going to wear you out sometimes. You got to, if you're frustrated and, step out of the room for a couple minutes, get some fresh air. All that stuff helps. But patience and being a good partner are 2 critical things for sure. 2 critical things. Best of luck to you, Dean. Congrats if y'all have just had a baby or if y'all are about to. So it's awesome, man. It's the best thing I've ever done. I'll say that, no doubt about it. A couple more coming in here. Alan, you catching the flus? Catching something, bro. Catching something. Johnny Dash had a date, missed the end of the game. Love the content. Let's stack these wins, bear down. I hope it was a hell of a date to miss a Bears win. There's not many of those, 5 this year, but
subtle flex, bro.
Would you go on a date while your team was playing on an NFL Sunday, Rolly?
For one woman and one woman only.
Let's hear it.
Dua Lipa.
How about this? Would you do it for someone beyond her if you were at somewhere where you could watch the game? Like, would you go to a sports bar or something like that?
Well, if you're taking, well,
it may not be much of a date for her.
Yeah. No, I'm honestly no.
That's tough.
No, not doing it.
Caveman, Andrew Mevis. Wait, so is he related to the Mizzou kicker? Isn't that his last name too? The big boy at Mizzou? I swear
I like me fat kickers though.
He's a big boy, the Mizzou kicker is.
Fat Randy.
Fat Randy. Fat Randy, he's up there, there's no doubt. Dude, Josh Dobbs is horrible, man.
Kevin Stefanski has announced Joe Flacco as the starter for the rest of the season.
I mean, yeah, that was kind of obvious. He's been good, man. Call me crazy. Has he been better than Watson? It's 2 games, so we need to see more, but...
I didn't know Bronny's wearing 6 at USC. He had the sick chase down block today.
Oh, really? Did he score it all?
I don't know.
Deebo Samuel just had a touchdown. Dude, he's been cooking.
Running or pass?
I think it was a catch. Jamal Adams got cooked. I can't stand Jamal Adams.
I can't stand
Guy
Brock
talks
Purdy.
so much shit for
I can't wait for the Brock Purdy Linsanity run to be over, dude.
Oh, my God. Adams just got torched on 3rd and 11. That is pathetic. All right. We're going to get out of here. Round of applause to Caveman Rolly. I mean, the kid just brought it. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Sorry we're cutting it a little short. I'm not feeling my best. So appreciate everybody for hanging out, being patient today. Patience, the word for new fathers out there. Shout out to Rolly hanging with me all afternoon. And we'll see you guys tomorrow unless the sickness gets worse. Hopefully it doesn't. Peace out.